when you take away the 4 big runs that they had against us, it changes the game completely. Like, it's not the same narrative of, oh, we're not making the NFC Championship or anything like that. Like, we're going to the NFC Championship and farther than that. Like, you take away those big runs that he had, the second big run that Hurts had, it's a whole different game. So all you have to do is eliminate the explosives. We take away the explosives, both of those games are very winnable.
Was it a scheme thing? Was it missed tackles?
It was a mixture of both. Everybody's just got to do their job. They're 1 of 11. Every now and then, it might be 10 of 11, and that's when we become dangerous. Saquon's a very good back. If everyone's not on the same page, he can damage you.
Jared, the last time you were going to Philadelphia, you created a little bit of a uproar in Philly with some of your comments. And in the aftermath of that game, a lot of those fans said that they actually had earned a lot of respect for you. So what are your feelings going back to Philly, and what are your thoughts now?
Our feelings are roughly the same, but like it is with everybody. Like, I respect people that not only respect me, but that stand on business. They stood on business with the situation. They came with their energy after the game. I tipped my hat off to them. They tipped it back. Like, I wanted the Eagles to, since they beat us, to go and win the Super Bowl. Because if I'm going to lose, I want to lose to the best. And I have respect for those fans. I have respect for the players. I have respect for all of them. But I stand on everything I've ever said.
B.Y.'s had a really strong start to the season. Just what stood out about the way he's played?
That boy is dogging people. I don't know why some people are surprised by him. I'm like, bro, the dude ran a 4.4. Like, he can run by people. Like, and B.Y. is like, me and B.Y. are roughly the same size. Like, he can run through anybody. I don't know why people are surprised by this. Like, B.Y. is dominating, and you give him the chance to just go win, which we've been giving him that chance. That's exactly what's going to happen. Like, expect a lot more of that.
You have not had a lot of splash plays, at least like those guys, but Shula was talking about how the attention people have to pay to you actually helps those other guys. How do you kind of evaluate how you've played through the first 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, not being able to say, oh, I'm making this play, I'm making that play, especially when you watch some of the other top guys in the league, making plays with similar attention. But then you got to realize, not only am I helping, the team, I'm helping my whole defense, I'm helping these guys make the plays. But they're all opportunities I've had that I haven't taken advantage of, where I'm getting my one-on-one, I'm getting a pure me, him, who's the better man play, and I'm not taking advantage of those. So this whole week, that's been my main focus. Like, Philly's a very good offensive line. They don't really do a lot of chipping with their tight ends. Saquon might chip every now and then, but you get a lot of pure one-on-ones, who's the better man. So there's going to be like a game that I kind of dream of.
Have you always been comfortable expressing yourself? Was there ever a shy or quiet Jared verse at some point growing up?
I mean, like, when I first meet people for 5 minutes, I'm quiet, I'm shy. Like, I don't know, you don't want to talk out of character, but after that, I'm kind of just me.
How do you feel like you express your personality on the field as a player?
I'm pretty loud, I'm pretty vocal, I'm pretty aggressive. Like, I'm gonna get in your face, I'm gonna yell at you, I'm gonna talk crazy. After the game, it's all love, but when we in between them white lines, those 60 minutes, like, you gonna really hate me.
Jared, what's been the key for your defensive unit to limit this amount of explosive plays from the Texans? It's also Houston. Last week.
Yeah.
I know Philly's a different team, but what's been the key for your unit to limit those explosive
I feel
plays?
like in the first 2 weeks, we've limited the explosive plays by a huge amount. Obviously, Philly's a different team than any team we've faced so far. But, the biggest thing is you got to do your 1 of 11. I have to stay on the edge. B.Y. has to stay on his edge. Punas has to hold that A gap. Fitz has to do this. The DBs have to, play coverage, fill in on the run. Like, we all got to just do our 1 of 11. You do that, everything's done with. We don't give a lot of quarterbacks time to hold the ball and kind of play around in the backfield, everything like that. So the DBs just got to cover for a little bit. If it's their number's called to, stop the run, you just got to stop the run. That's all we need from you, 1 of 11.
Jared, you're getting ready to go. You're getting ready to go back to the stadium that your phenomenal first season ended. What are your thoughts and feelings going back to Philadelphia?
I don't think about any of the past. I don't think about any of the past 2 games. I don't think about anything in the past season. All that's gone. What matters now is what's the next thing in front of me. I'm worried about tomorrow. After that, I'm worried about Saturday. Then we can get to Sunday. But all I care about is handling my next phase of my life.
I think it was last year in the Vikings game, they had you mic'd up, and you were very talkative, but at the end, you said to an offensive lineman, you made me better today. On that note, do you ever feel like, is there ever a line to cross where you have to say, I'm talking too much and stay within yourself?
I'll always get disrespectful, towards the person individually. I don't talk about anybody's relationships, anybody's family. I don't talk about anybody's kids, anything like that. That's a whole separate, thing that you never get into. The thing I'll say, like I'll get a lot into your face. I'll be like, you this cuss word, you that, profanity. I'll say a lot of stuff like that. You suck, all this stuff, like all disrespectful stuff towards you, but I'll never bring in anybody else into it, anything like that.
Is that part of your mental challenge to the other person?
It's not even anything like that. It's just like there's a certain line you don't cross. Like you just don't get that disrespectful, because at that point it's just like what are you even thinking you're doing? Like that's just too much. Like I'm gonna get disrespectful. I'm gonna get in your face. I'm gonna get loud. I'm gonna throw you off your game. But I'm not gonna talk about anything outside of football.
When it comes to that extra attention that you're getting from offenses, do you feel like that's just maybe another step in your growth as a pass rusher? Because the greats often will get that attention, and that does that just kind of challenge you to find a way to play through that?
Oh no, it definitely is. I mean, the greats get that attention. The greats break through it. You can only chip somebody so many times before you got to realize, all right, we can't do this no more. He's going to get out of this. So what else can you do after that? So I just got to pass this next phase, this next wall, this next mountain. That's the only thing I'm focused on. Once I pass that, we cook it with oil again.
Everyone doing their 111 was a big point of emphasis for you guys coming out of that first Eagles game last year. Did you guys feel like you did a better job of that in the second matchup, or like where do you feel like you still need to?
I think we definitely did a better job in our second matchup. I think the biggest problem was limiting those explosives that we talked about. Like you take away those explosives, that game, that's taking off 3 touchdowns off the board. And that's not to say that they won't go down the field and still put on points on that board. But I mean, how many times did they score when it wasn't an explosive play that second game? Like it's a whole different game when you do it like that. Like we're out there, we're in the snow. We're doing snow angels after the game. But that's a whole different thing. I don't want to talk too much about the past. I'm focused on this Sunday.